Hi, I'm Claire, and now performing just for us, we have Fine Line, so let's watch it.
can't live. I can't live without you. I can't live without. I can't live without you. I can't live. I can't live without you.
Hi, welcome back to Teenage. In the studio now, we have Fine Line. And to start off, I guess I'd just like to know how you guys got together. Did you always know each other, or did you just...
Well, we met, basically Chuck and I met in high school, and we were in and out of bands, doing a lot of live performances. I guess we met musically in high school, jazz band and the orchestras and stuff like that. And the friendship has lasted so far. So has the music, so that's good.
We've been in a few different bands with more members, with horn sections, and but Pete and I have always had the same basic ideas with our music, so we've always stuck together.
So Fine Line is what you guys really like the most, enjoying performing and stuff like
Absolutely,
that?
Absolutely, yeah. And then I met Dana's mother at the airport. I knew Dana's mother before I knew her, and we were doing a show in Chicago, and we were looking for dancers and singers, and I got introduced to Dana, and we went to one of her performances, and the first time we saw her, she was doing a scene where she was dressed up as a cat, and she was crawling down the aisles. After that show, we said, okay.
It's quite embarrassing.
What are some of the meanings behind your songs, the new generation that we just saw?
It's basically just kind of a mood. What would you say?
Yeah,
Pete?
well, when we write our music, we have our own ideas of everything. Pretty much what we're trying to say is already up in our minds. And when we present the music, a lot of times we don't like to tell anyone exactly what it means. We like the people to come up with their own ideas, and then that way they'll have a lot more meaning to them. If it's already in their head without us having to tell them about it, then we feel that gives a little more weight and a little more emotion to it.
So, do you guys write all of your own music?
Yeah, all the stuff that we do, it's all original. From the music to the vocals, it's all, we come up with all that. When we go into the studio, we pretty much, we perform all the music ourselves, all the instruments, we do all that. Sometimes we'll get female vocalists to back, and then when we play live, we'll get sometimes guest musicians to come on and play the parts that we can't, or the parts that aren't in the computer or something like that.
Most everything starts out on an acoustic piano. All our ideas, we just sit down at the piano when the mood strikes, and it all comes out on acoustic piano, and then from there we take it into the studio and work in the synthesizers and the drums and all.
Yeah, I saw you sit down at our piano and play a little bit.
It's a nice piano.
Do you enjoy playing the guitar more, or are there other instruments you play? I mean, this is directed to all of you, where you play.
Yeah. Well, our Chuck's main instrument is a guitar, and my main instrument is a bass. That's what we started out on. But being in other bands, we've kind of picked up piano, and then we both have training in piano, so that allows us to do a lot of the other things. And I enjoy the bass, I think, and the piano just as well as the other one.
Now, both of your songs seem to be a lot of like dance and the upbeat. Do you do any like ballads?
Yeah, we have a lot. We have tons and tons of songs, a lot. I mean, we vary so much because our backgrounds are, well, mine's primarily classical and jazz, and Chuck's is jazz and classical too. So that kind of gives us a wide expanse to go on. We can go to just about anything. We've got reggae songs, we've got some slow ballad songs, we have some old stuff that went with bands that are just, you know, real up-tempo, and
we've got a cassette that it's a 10-song cassette that's got some dance, some slow ballads, and it's called Trento, and that's a place in Italy where Pete and I took a vacation one time, and we went and saw some friends and some relatives, and we were sitting up at the top of a mountain with all these friends and the acoustic guitars and some wine and this and that in the middle of the night, and we came up with a lot of ideas, and it was just such such a good feeling. We came back and we had a lot of ideas, so we put them all down on tape. And we've got a 10-song tape out called Trento. And then we've got the 2 newest songs, Dancing in Time and Say Goodbye, on a 2-song cassette.
So you guys all work together in putting in the musical together and stuff. It's not just one person writes.
Right, yeah.
Not one
Turns
person.
out sometimes Chuck will come up with a lyric, and a lot of times it's worked out this way. We'd have a song, but we don't have any lyrics for it. Then all of a sudden, out
Dana
of the blue,
comes up with lyrics.
Yeah, Dana will come up with a lyric or something, or we'll come up with a lyric. So it's not like everything comes together at once. It's kind of a bit here and a bit here, and then finally, it just happens.
Well, let's see how that happens and have another performance by Fine Line. And this is it for us. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tonight we'll take a walk. You know, I'll walk back in time. It was a special time.